Hi, how y'all doing? It is Monday, April 29th, 4/29. Happy 4/29 day to all you Ford fans out there. Some people are excited about 420. I'm not. I'm excited about 429. It's a damn good engine. Boss 429. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon as of recording this video. I was right. Still am super beat up today. And the euphoric highs that I had last night from getting out here and being able to do what I did, to the Jeep, working on it, have given way to slightly depressive realism, because what I did yesterday was basic, nothing to it. Somebody that's never, done anything like that, if they have just a slight basic bit of mechanical aptitude, I could explain to them how to do it, and then they could go do it. No heavy lifting involved beyond the tools required. Hardest thing to be done was to break the seal on the bolts, But I woke up this morning feeling like I've been hit by a truck, and then parked on top of by one. Neck hurts so bad from laying under the Jeep, but holding my head up to look in there into the bell housing, to see the torque converter nuts on the flex plate, And I'm just like, it was a 10-15 minute job, took me damn near an hour, and was the kind of thing, that before I could have done 20 times over in a day and, not been bothered. Now, I did it once, and I feel like I have been hit by a truck. I feel like I have just completed a hard-ass day's worth of work. Prior to pest control, I worked at a big pipe and precast plant in Green Cove Springs, Hanson Pipe and Precast. And what they did is they made concrete sewer pipes, concrete sewer boxes, underground sewer chambers, and they made boxes as small as like 18 inches by 18 inches to boxes, 11 and a half feet in diameter. That weighed, 4 or 5 tons, and I used to have to lift them up and carry them with a forklift that made a big old Peterbilt look small. And on slower days, I would help, some of the guys on the slabs that, they cast this stuff. And they would use different lengths of PVC pipe to create plumbing channels for these boxes, especially some of the bigger ones. And when they would pour the concrete, piece would set, pull it out of the form the next day, you would have to use a sledgehammer to bust these concrete plugs out, and they would grease the PVC, but when the concrete solidifies, when it hardens, it expands a little bit, and then used to be some work busting them things out. And I would use a sledgehammer, and I'd get down off my forklift and use a sledgehammer and bust out those plugs and do all kinds of other things. I was a big man, 6'4", big and burly, good and strong. The cancer was probably there, but it wasn't active, at least it hadn't made itself known yet. I would bust my ass at that job. It was a 10-hour work day. Most days would be 12, 14 hours. And I would bust my butt. I would come home so damn tired. And today I feel like I just come home from one of those grueling 12, 14 hour plus work days at the pipe and precast plant. All I did was tighten down 4 damn torque converter bolts. Had to back out 4 other bolts to get to it, and then that's it. That's all I did. I look at my 87 Cherokee sitting over there. Let me show it. That's it. I don't know if you can see it, but the lift gate, the back hatch is off of it because it's busted. And I need a new one. I need to go to the junkyard and get one. And I come out here this morning to feed the useless chickens. And limping. I'm slogging. Look over at that thing, and I realistically thought to myself, how the hell am I gonna go to a junkyard and pull a whole damn lift gate, get it back to the office and pay for it, get it home, get it put on? Like I said, last night, my dad's shoulders are no better than mine. And my brother has chosen to live a questionable lifestyle with an extremely questionable woman far, far away. So I might have to, I guess I'm going to have to get my buddy Scotty to go with me and help me do it when it comes time to do it. Before, I could have gone in there and pulled a lift gate off of something like that and just carried it out the yard across my shoulders. Now I'm gonna have to take my dolly, walk it through the junkyard with the dolly. That's still a ways away yet. Have to get where I can see. But it just put into perspective how far I am still from any kind of normal. But I was thinking about it. I gotta get that. I gotta finish that Jeep, because my old truck, Big Gracie, she joy and a pleasure to drive, but she has a drinking problem, and I'm not going to be able to afford to feed the beast on a constant basis, especially when I try to go back to work. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to need something that is much easier on gas than my old truck. I've said before, my old truck, I'm lucky to get about 110, 120 miles out of a full tank, and less, way closer to 90, 95 miles. Damn Carpenter bee. City driving, maybe even less, depending. And since when I do try to find work, I got to try to find something kind of close by, so I'm not having to go too far. It's going to kill me on gas. That Jeep, everything is tuned right and it's running right. You can get 300 to 325 miles out of a full tank on that, which is, by today's standards, not a lot, but far better than my old truck. I used to have a long time ago. I used to have this little '89 ragtop Mustang. It was the only car I ever bought from a dealership. I found it posted on Craigslist back when Craigslist was still the place to go. But it was at a dealership down in Edgewater, and it was it's an '89, so it's a Fox body Mustang, and I really like the Fox body Mustang. It's to me the last to me attractive Mustang. Probably the smallest Mustang they built, but really mean cars. And they had two generations of them, 79 to 86. My first car was an 86, and I've actually still got it out back, patiently waiting for me to be able to fix it up, if I ever manage it. I don't like the 87 to 93, which was the second Fox generation, as much. Didn't care for some of the redesigns, but the overall body style was still the same, so I liked it. It was white with a black ragtop, and it was a 5-speed, which at the time, I was going through manual withdrawals. I wanted another 5-speed, another manual transmission, and I liked the Fox Mustang, and I was how old was I? I was 20, 25, 26 when I bought this car. It's $800, running, driving, good to go. And it was a 5-speed 4-cylinder, fuel injected 4-cylinder. And it was pretty quick and really torquey for a 4-cylinder. It did not have a great top speed. I think maybe 85, 90 would have been its max, would have been its top speed, but it got there quick. I was really surprised at how quick, acceleration and handling it was. Really nice little 5-speed transmission. Gear, went through the gears lightning fast. And, I quickly fell in love with that car. That's the one car that I've sold that I really, really, really regret selling and wish I had never sold it. And 89, so much older car, but fuel injected, 4-cylinder 5-speed. I could get, especially if I behaved myself more, and I didn't while out too much in that car, because it was downright impressive off the line. Like going light to light, but not much beyond that, so I didn't while out too much in it. I could get, 400, 450 miles sometimes out of a full tank in that car. That would be lots of fun to have now, convertible. I think Joey would really like it. And another reason I bought that car is the girl I was dating at the time. I thought she would like it, but she was indifferent. So that was lots of fun and very friendly on gas. But this Jeep will be good on gas once I can get it there. Just got to be able to get it there. But I come out here and I look at stuff and I'm like, very soon I'm gonna tackle this, I'm gonna tackle that. I'm not gonna be tackling this and that as soon as I want to. My body's just not responding the way I want it to. My physical recovery is so damned slow. I don't understand why it's so slow. I thought before, that by now I would be kind of back to normal, pretty much as back to normal as I could get, physically. I'm not. And it feels like it's so far away still. It feels kind of like some of what I want, where I hope to be is not just far away, but unattainable. This is one of those days where I really fall into reflection on reality. You know, yesterday I was filled with hope and accomplishment, and today it's like, damn. Wind out of my sails, you know. Today would be a good day to be able to get in the truck and just go for a ride. You know, drive out by the beach and just sit out there and watch and listen to the waves roll. And I cannot even do that. And that feels so much farther away with now this monthly. Check my time, I'm getting close. That feels so much farther away with now that I can only do one treatment a month. I've called my ophthalmologist office, and there is no talking to the doctor, you know. Long gone are the days when you can call your doc's office and actually get on the phone with your doctor. But I've had them pass a note to him that, you know, asking him to contact the insurance company and say, you know, this is kind of important. You know, we need to keep this up. We can't afford to cut this down to a month. You know, one procedure a month. You know, the man has to be able to drive. And haven't heard back. I'm kind of fearing that nothing's going to happen until I go to see my doctor in 3 weeks, and then try to talk to him and say, look, doc, please, can you, you know, try to advocate for me to the insurance company, because I can't afford to go much longer without being able to drive. I have got to get back behind the wheel. You know, life waits for no man, and I am not, unfortunately, in the position where I've got a lot of family and friends to, you know, spread the burden. I've only got my folks. I can't even count on a damned insurance company and, you know, their Ride Solutions contract to take me to and from doctor's appointments. The only people I've got are my folks, and they have their own burdens, you know, to have to take on mine as well. I've got to do something. I can't just keep barely inching, you know, and it's, I need progress. Progress with my body is so much slower to come. I need my eyes to go faster, you know. I've got to be able to do stuff. I've got to be able to, you know, get back to the world. I've been back to the world for months and months and months, and, you know, I'm nowhere near back to, you know, anything even halfway acceptable. And I don't know what else to do, but reality hit pretty hard this morning, and it hurts. Yeah, it looks like I'm 24. I meant to talk about other stuff I was going to do with my channel with this video, but I didn't. I rambled. So I might do another video here in a little bit and talk about what else I'm gonna try to do with my channel. And I don't know if there's much point to it. We'll see. We'll give it a shot, and if it ends up not being, worth the effort, I may drop back. I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and quit this one now. I'm done with time. GoFundMe is in the description. Talk to y'all again in a little bit. Bye bye.